Hello everyone, welcome to the 24th session of our course Internet Fundamentals and Web Tools. So in this session we are going to see the search engine model. So we are going to see more into search engines, like what is meant to be a search engine, like what are the processes that are involved in getting the information from web pages and storing it in the search engine and retrieving and showing it to the users, and there is something called ranking of a web page given by the search engine. So what are all these things and what is involved in all these things we are going to see in this session. So far we have discussed about search engines, like what is a search engine and why do we need search engines, and what are the popular search engines that are available. So they are google.com, Bing and AOL and yahoo.com. So these are all the things that we have seen, and we also have opened each of these 4 search engines and have seen and searched a particular term in google.com and verified it with yahoo.com and bing.com, and each has shown a different search results. So the search results are more or less same, but the links that it has given are different. So Yahoo and AOL or Yahoo and Bing are showing one result on the top, and that is the first page it is showing something, and in Google the first link that Google is showing different. So because the search engine algorithms or the indexing or the ranking process is different. And search engine interface. So what is the search engine interface is, how a search engine look like. So search engine will have an address bar, the search bar, and there is a button to search, and there is a lot more information about news and movies and entertainment. So like this, sports. So there is a lot more information we have seen around the search bar. And searching the content. So how do we search the content, and how do we search the content with a search box. So where this search box is located, and how to manage that particular search box, how to change that search box to search with a particular search engine. So how to search it with Yahoo and how to change it to Bing. So these are all the things that we have seen, and also we have seen the search suggestions. So as soon as we start typing something in search engine will start telling us something like, okay, you want to search this, you want to search this. So these are all the popular search terms starting with your keyword already. So those are called suggestions by the search engine. So we have seen all those things. And how does a search engine work? So what is the main functionality of a search engine? Also we have seen in our previous session. So that is, even if we type a spelling mistake or interchange the words, or we have seen one example. How can I change the bulb? Will change. How does post office change my foreign currency, and something else also. How to change my laptop display or laptop lighting. So backlight. How to increase the brightness. How to change the brightness. So in these terms. So how to change my does post office change my foreign currency? The change will be change it to exchange. Does post office exchange my foreign currency? So how to change the laptop brightness is changed to how to adjust the laptop brightness. So something like this. It started it will understand the context and will search for the relevant one. So it will look for the synonyms of the given string or given search strings. So one example or more examples we have seen, like Python programming is Python programming versus living creature. So Python, if I say Python tutorial or Python programming, it will look for the educational context, or this is related to education and technology, and this is related to programming, and the Python is a programming language. So I have to look and take the web pages from that particular context and show. And if I say how to kill Python, then it should show a living creature Python. So how to defend against Python, and what are the qualities of the Python creature. It should show all these things, and how to kill it, like videos and images, how to pamper it. So all these things it should show. So it will understand the context. Or we also have seen instead of change car, I gave change as CHANEG. So by seeing CHANEG, so there is a station available as CHANEG, but it showed change car, exchange vehicle, something like that. So these results we have seen, but as I forced the search engine Google to search for CHANEG, then it searched for there is a station in US or somewhere. So for that particular city it searched. So usually nobody will search for city plus car. So usually people search for changing the car only. Okay. So it will understand the context and respond accordingly. So how search engine will function? So far we saw how search engine will function, but what makes the search engine to function like that? So it is functioning in this way, but what is the inner mechanism that is happening? So we are going to touch base on it. So search engine works on three main processes: crawling, indexing and retrieving process. So crawling, indexing and retrieving. Other than these three things, there is also called ranking. So ranking is the one which is important for a website to show on the top. And crawling is the process of getting the information. Actually there is lots and lots of information. There is terabytes and thousands of terabytes of information that is available on the net. So crawling is getting all the data into the search engine. So pulling all the information from here, everywhere. It is pulling all the information and putting it at one place. And indexing it is getting the information and putting at one place in an organized way. As I said, it is in an organized way means like so Python programming and Python living creature. So Python programming, what it will do? So it will categorize it into like, okay, it is related to education or tutorials on programming. So there can be a lot of educational content and mathematics, physics, or in the computer science itself it can be lot more things are there. Inside programming it is like high level programming, machine level programming or scripting languages. So all these things are there. So it will categorize it into it will categorize in such a way that it will store and retrieve it easily. So that is called indexing process. So it will index all the things. So it will prepare an index for all this data, and then retrieving. So indexing. So we got the information, stored it, and how do we get that information is about retrieving. So after during this retrieval, so what is the page that should come first and what is the page that should come next? So if I just simply type Python programming, there may be hundreds, thousands of sites will be matched with this Python programming. But what to come first and what to come next? Especially if we say Python space programming, even if we put it in a even if we search for this specific complete word or complete string, there will be hundreds of websites. So what to come first and what to come next? So this will be decided by something called ranking. So whichever the higher rank, that means the lower the number in ranking, that will come first. So these are all the things in high level, but we are going to see what this actually means. So crawling process. A website is crawled by a software called spider or crawler. So crawler will look at the text on the website and looks for links to different web pages on that website, from that website. A spider will start from URLs to URLs found on the previous indexed pages, but it can crawl the web pages more than once before they get indexed. So a web crawler does not daily visit every page, as it would be unnecessary when some pages almost never change. Rather, would the crawler visit the pages with frequent changes. Example is Googlebot. So the crawling process, as I said, it will getting the information from the websites. So getting the information from World Wide Web is nothing but crawling process. So website is crawled by a software called crawler or spider. So there is a website. The web will be shown or pictorially shown as spider web. So spider webs we will be seeing. So who will traverse the spider web, or who will so crawler means everywhere it has to go and get the information. Who will go around the web? A spider will go around the web. So that is why the software is also called spider. Software or the system is also called spider. So this spider will go to each and every branch of the web and will get the information. So the name of the software is spider or crawler. So crawler will look at the text on the website and looks for the links to different web pages from the website. So in any web page, if you see, most of the web pages will have link to a different web page. So suppose we have seen some web pages rediff.com, how many links it is having. So some hundreds of links it is having within the same web page. So if I look for Rediff mail, then directly if I go to Rediff and check for Rediff mail, there is a link for Rediff mail. But in Google, if I check for Rediff mail, automatically we are getting that Rediff mail link, not even going through rediff.com website or rediff.com homepage. That is because it is Google is going to the rediff.com and getting that page, and in that page again it is seeing Rediff mail and Rediff money or Rediff finance or lot of things, Rediff movies, entertainment, and Rediff news. All these things are links, and then again in each page there will be different links. So it is going to this particular page, how many links it is having. This link is hyperlink, so which will lead to another web page, and that web page will have another some more links or some more hyperlinks. So like that, crawler will look at the text on the web page. First it will parse the text. So in this text, what words are there? So this word is this word can be a keyword, this word can be a keyword. So this is the word, this word, this word. So it will keep on getting all the words, and then it comes with the links. So what link is there? So this is the link, this is the link, this is the link. So after indexing this page, then we have to go to this link and then go to the get the web page, and again get all the text of the web page. So what are the words that are available, which can be the keywords, and which users will be most interested in, and then after indexing all the words, then it will go for the links. Then what links are available, then again it will go to each link, something like this. This is keep on happening until it completes the entire it gets the entire list. Okay. So spider will start will start from the URLs found on previous indexed pages. So usually it is already indexed few pages, right? So it will start from previously indexed pages. Suppose these 100 pages are there, so it will check in this 100 pages what are the updates. So any new links added, any web pages are updated or not. So like this it keeps on going. But it can crawl the web pages more than once before they get indexed. So it is crawler's job is to get the information, indexer job is to store the information. So in indexing the information, so before it get indexed and after crawling, there will be another there can be another crawling job. So getting the information once, again get the information, there can be multiple times going to the same website and getting the information can be done using crawling process. So in multiple times crawling process even before indexing can take place. A web crawler does not daily visit every page. So a page is there, like the Java documentation is there, so that will not be changed every time. So not every day will change. Whenever there is a new version in Java, then only that page will be changed. So unnecessarily if we go to there is a string class in Java, and if Google goes there and read about the entire string class and then come back, there is no update, again go there is no update, come back, no update, come back, like this every day it cannot go and check. So there is something like it can go periodically, or there are some pages. Suppose Indian government has documented internet income tax schemes or income tax some set of rules will be there. So those rules for particular financial year they may not be changed. So there is a document, so it will not be changed. So it is very unlikely to change. So it does not make sense to go there and check every time and read all the text and what is changed, what is not changed, like this analysis. So a lot of processing time waste. So usually it will not check it every time or every day. So there will be some pages they almost never change. So there is some something happened in the world, so whatever happened is happened, so now nobody is going to change it. So if there is an event, so the information related to that event is published, that is not going to change. So going to that web page every time and reading that information is lot of processing waste or waste of processor and network speed. So rather it would a crawler will visit the web pages with frequent changes. So crawler will know or decide, so which web pages will be most often changed. So whatever the web pages which are changed mostly, crawler will go to those web pages and get those changes. So whatever the web pages that have frequent changes, those web pages only crawler will try to check every time, or even before indexing it will keep on checking. One of the examples of this crawlers or spider is Googlebot. So Googlebot is one of the crawler or spider. So Google uses this Googlebot, or I think it provides to the outer world also. So crawling process is will be periodic and not for each query. So no search engine works in real time. So some search engines will do it for themselves, others not do it, others not. So they buy the content from other companies. For a number of reasons, crawlers do not cover all the web. So just a fraction it will cover. So what is not covered is called invisible web. So crawling process will be periodic. So usually, so anybody who want to check something, then we will do it periodically. Suppose we want to see if something is happening. So suppose in our daily life, whatever that we do periodically is morning. If we cook something, then we will go and see if it is happening, if the rice or something is cooked properly or not. Then we come back after 5 minutes, we go there, check it and come back again. After 5 minutes we go there, check it, come back. So if there is a change in the cooking, then we will do something, otherwise we will keep on just checking after every 5 minutes or 2 minutes. So crawling process will also be like that. So it will be periodic, not for each query. That means whenever we type something in the search bar and hit enter, so it will not, the crawling process will not happen. So no search engine works in real time. So crawling process will happen even before we search something, because there is what this means is, whatever we type something, suppose now we search for change car, or change a vehicle, or cheap cars, cheap used cars. So these search terms, if we do it now, then if the search engine, okay, this is the term, then I have to go to the web now. So if it goes to web and then checks everything, okay, what are all the things that are there, which categories are there, where do I need to place, then crawling process starts, then indexing starts, then after that if the retrieval happen, then it will be hours of time. So sometimes we may not be able to find the right information at all, because these billions of websites, if we just stop in front of the computer and just staring at the computer, the hours will go away, but still we don't get the results. So no search engine works in real time. That means if yesterday if there is a website, very useful website we have seen using a search engine, and that website is not present now, but still our search engine might show that website or show that URL, because to know that the particular website is not present, so in order to Google, or in order to know that the particular website is not there, then it will take some time until next crawling process happens on particular website. We will not know that it is not available. Suppose a Java tutorial is there, which we found it very useful, and it is in the number 1 ranking, then and it is not being changed for the past 1 year, then crawler might not crawl it. So what we will think is, okay, whenever we search it, that is coming first, then search engine also will think that. But today if it is down, search engine will not know about it, because it is periodic. So it is not the real time. So now it will not go to that website now and check. It will, yesterday it would have checked, and next period when it comes only, it will know that this website is not reachable. So that is why we say that no search engine works in real time. So some search engines do it for themselves, but some search engines do not. So they buy content from other companies. Suppose very big companies. So this crawling process is a very big process. I mean very tedious process. So it is a very costly process for the people to process, for the servers to process. So any search engine, not all search engines will do it for themselves, because it is very costly operation. So they can just buy this content from others. So they may be, suppose we want to use Googlebot, maybe we will try to make some arrangement with Google, and then we'll crawl we will get the service of that crawler. Okay, give me the service of the crawler, I will give you this much. So because it is a costly process, I don't want to get involved into it. I know I only need the result of it, so give me the result. suppose we are running a website which is having some thousands of pages, and we want Google to process all our web pages and give us the results. Then Google, maybe there is a service which will crawl all our pages and provide us a searching platform. So crawling process will be done by them, and we can do our indexing and all other stuff, so that and indexing and retrieving, so that we have a search engine, and crawling process somebody will do, and rest others we will take care, because crawling process is a very costly affair. But we can, okay, maybe we can buy some storage and say that indexing is done and ranking, everything we can take care. So what to come first, what to come next, because if we cannot give all our data to some search engine outside. So crawling process, not everybody will do crawling process, not every search engine will do crawling process. So they can buy this content from others, or they will ask somebody to crawl their websites. For number of reasons, crawlers do not cover all the web. So there are a lot of reasons. There are a lot of privacy reasons, or any virtual there may be private networks. So lot of things are there in the internet. So because of all these reasons, crawlers do not cover all the web. So even if there is a important information, but if there is an invisible web, then it is not covered by this crawler. So the search engine cannot show that web page. If somebody gives a link, then maybe we can directly type in and go there, but it is not. But if it is invisible, then it is not possible for a search engine to crawl that. So what is not covered in crawling is called invisible web. And web crawler collects the pages recursively. For example, for each known URL, it fetches the page, parse it, extract new URLs, and repeat it. So additional pages from direct submissions and other sources. So what a web crawler will do is, web crawler collect web pages recursively. What is recursion? We need to understand. So recursion is a process which will so if you are aware of any programming language, this recursion is very useful, very well known term. So recursion is, suppose we have some set of rules, or we have a set of statements which will be executed again and again and again until a specific condition is met. So usually for example, a C program or any programming language, there is recursion means a function will be there in a programming language, and that function will be calling the same function. So if a same function calls itself, then it will go on repeating itself until a specific condition is met. When that specific condition is met, it will break and come out. So recursion means calling itself, or or repeating itself. So repeating the same functionality again and again and again means that is called recursion. So web crawler will work in recursive manner. So recursive manner means what? Now do this functionality, and whatever we found now, do the same functionality for them. Whatever we found in that, again do the same functionality for them. So this is called recursion. So for each known URL, so we already have some URLs indexed. So we already have some information with us. So search engine is already having some information with it, and for each information means the URLs or the web pages and its related information. So we already have URLs or web pages or websites. So for each URL, it will go to the URL and parse it. So going to the URL means opening a web page again. So it will get the web page of that URL, it will parse it. So what is the text involved here, what is the images involved here, what are the videos involved here, and again what are the hyperlinks that are involved in that web page. So text, it will separate out, images it will separate out, and videos it will separate out. Then it comes to URLs. So what to do with these URLs? Go to each URL again. So go to each URL and again text, images, videos, other multimedia, other things, other objects. Then again in that URL, again like this. One, then suppose we have 1A, 1A1, 1A2, something like this. We have all these things. After completing the information on the last page, then it comes back, then it comes back, then it comes back. So after then it comes back when it came back to the first page, then again it will go to the second, then again. So like this until it completes all the URLs of the image, all the URLs of the web page, it will repeat the same functionality. So this is called recursively executing the same functionality again and again. So so this is about the known URLs, but what about the unknown URLs? Suppose I created a website, I want some search engine like Google or Yahoo to know about it, so I can we need to submit. So that those things are called those things can be done by direct submission or other resources are there. Okay, so that is about crawling or spider job. And indexing process. So what is an indexing? We will see now. So it's like an index in the back of the book. So with an entry for the first, with an entry for every word seen on the web page, we index. So if we see the slide, so it is like an index of the index at the in the back of the book with an entry for every word seen on the every web page that we index. So when we index a web page, we add it to the entries of all the words that it contains. Google search index contains hundreds of billions of web pages, and it is well over 100 million gigabytes in size. Today Google search can help you to search, you can search text from millions of books from major libraries. So find travel times in your local public transit agency, or help you to navigate data from public sources like World Bank. So if we look at the slide, it is like it's like an index in the back of the book. So with an entry for every word seen in the web page, we index. So when we index a web page, we add it to the entries for all the words that it contains. The Google search index contains hundreds of billions of web pages, and it is well over 100 million gigabytes in size. That's very huge. So today Google search help you to search text from millions of books from major libraries, and find travel times from for your local public transit agency, or help you to navigate data from public sources like the World Bank. Okay. So what is an index? So before going to indexing process, so first we will look at what is an index. So index is, in every book will be having an index. So what is an index? Well, like why we use an index is to directly go to a particular thing. Now in the back of every book, so after completing every book, there is an index. So this particular word is present in this this page, this word is explained in this page, and the definition of this word is in this page. Like that it will have an index. So what does that index mean? Like we will go there directly, we will if we want to see something, not reading the book is different, but if you want to see a particular thing, we will directly go to the back of the page, and the index, all the terms will be put in the alphabetical order. We will go alphabetically, we will see one, we will find out our word, whatever we want to see, and then directly we will see the page number, and we will go to that page. So that is the power of an index of a book. So this web page indexing or the page index is also like that. For every word seen on the web page, we index. So whatever the word that we see on the web page, we index. Not for like am, is, are. So all these words may not be indexed, but usually whatever the nouns and the verbs. So all these things, whatever that is there on the web page. So every word, the indexing process will index. So when we index a web page, we will add it to the entries of all the words that it contains. So when we add an index in the web page, so then we add it to the entries of the web. We add it to the entries for all the words that it contains. So if web page we index, so every word it will read, and every word it will add it to the entries. So this, if any particular entry is not there, if this word is not there in the list of this word is not there in our index, then it will try to add it to that. Then Google search index contains hundreds of billions of web pages, and this is just an information like how much index a Google search engine is having. So this is the latest information is 100 million gigabytes. That is very, very, very huge. So that means almost 10 crores or 1 crore or maybe 1 crore. So that those many gigabytes of information is there with Google indexed. So that is the only indexed information, it is not the actual website's information. So this web page, so this particular word is related in this particular web page, and this word is this word is having this word is in this web page, and this word is in these 100 web pages, this word is in this 1000 web pages, like this it is indexed. So today Google, so with all this indexing, Google can help you in search in the millions of books from major libraries. Suppose Google can search inside the library, inside the books also. There is Google Books service available, so it can help the search engine can help us in searching the books or the travel times of the local transit. That means suppose from here from one place to another place in Hyderabad or Vijayawada, we would like to go, then what city bus or which bus number do we have to take, and what number, which the bus is there, and what and all timings the bus is there. So this all information we can see in Google or any search engine. So or any publicly available resources like World Bank, so we can see some information related to that also. So search engine indexing is the process of search engine collecting and parses and stores the data for its use by the search engine. The actual search engine index is the place where all the data in the search engine has collected is stored. It is the search engine index that provides the results for search queries and pages that are stored within search engine index that appear in the search engine results page. So search engine indexing is the process of search engine collecting and parses and store data for use by the search engine. Actually, this indexing is the process of collecting, processing and storing the data. So indexing means so we have all the data ready. So crawler has given all the data, so it has given, okay, this much data is there, so crawler crawls the data and gives to indexing. Indexer, what it will do, it will collect all this data, parses it. So simply data cannot be stored anywhere, so we have to parse it, we have to structure it. So this is related to what? This is related to the so what context this web page is related. So something like this, each web page it parses and then stores the data for use by search engine. So this will be, this indexed data is the parsed by search engine. So the actual search engine index is the place where all the data of the search engine is collected, is stored. So whatever the data that is collected will be stored by indexer or stored using the indexing process. So indexer is the heart of the search engine for storing and retrieving information. So collecting is different and storing is different. So collecting will be done by crawler or spider, and indexing or indexer will actually parses it, analyze it and store it. So what parsing means reading everything, analyzing, so what is what, so text, video, images, URLs, again searching like that. It will so this is all the text, this is all the video, this is all the images, and this is this category, this is this category, and this is another category, like that it will categorize it and then stored. So that is the job of the indexer. And the search engine index that provides the results for search queries and pages that are stored within the search engine index that appear in the search engine results page. So whatever that we see in the search engine results page, so whatever the list of results that we see in the search engine result page is the result of the indexer's job. So whenever we search something, then it immediately will be sent to indexer. So because the indexer stores in such a way that, so we given a search query, the pages, as the pages are stored in a particular order or particular way, so this is the context, this is the context, this is the context, this is the subcontext, like this, as it is storing in an organized, very organized way, then only the search engine is able to return the pages in the results. So without search engine index, the search engine would take considerable amounts of time and effort each time a search query is initiated, as the search engine would have to search not only the web page or piece of data that has to do with a particular keyword used in the search query, but every other piece of information it has access to ensure that it is not missing something that is that has something to do with a particular keyword. So, without a search engine index, the search engine would take considerable amount of time. So, as the data is stored in this way, as the indexer is storing the data in this particular way, then search engine is getting the information immediately within very fraction of seconds. But without this indexer or without indexing this all data, then it is very difficult for a search engine to get all this data. Suppose crawler has crawled all the data and dumped on the search engine without organizing anything, then whenever we type something on, whenever we type and send a request for the search engine to search, then how much these hundreds and thousands of terabytes of data, then how do we search, how a software system will search everything is so it will take lots and lots of time and lots of processing effort is needed. So, search engine is the indexing process of the search engine is making the life easier, the search engine's life easier, and is returning the results very easily, and otherwise it will take very big time, very considerable time and effort each time a search engine. So, when suppose we typed something and hit search button, after 5 minutes or 10 minutes if the search results comes, then we will not be very interested in, because searching is a tedious process. If we know that if we know some website address, we will go there. If we don't know that website address, okay, who will search it, like that we will feel. So, as a search engine indexer is making the search engine very fast, so it will get all the information. As a search engine would have to search only the web page or piece of data, it has to do with a particular keyword used in the search query, but every other piece of information it has access to, it will access. So, suppose we search for cheap used cars, but search engine what it will do, it will still search for buying the cars, or it will still search for buying used cars, it will still search for cheaper cars, even if it is new it will search. So, what does this mean is, it should not miss any information that is related to the indexing, that is related to the particular keyword. So, search engine will get all this information from indexer. Indexer will get like, okay, cheap cars, used cars, cars and buying cars, so vehicles, four-wheeler, so all these things it will search. So, it will make sure nothing misses. Maybe user is interested in this, maybe user is interested in this, so it will add everything, but it will add in a end. So, cheap used cars will come first, and then whatever the terms that are very relevant will come later, but only it will see vehicles, four-wheelers and buy cars. So, all this stuff it will come later, like second page, third page, fourth page, it will keep on adding, but it will make sure the no data is being missed. And the content of the web page is analyzed to determine how it should be indexed. The main purpose of indexing is to identify a website and assign keywords that best describe a website. Indexer will assign the page with the right keywords. So, if you see the slide, the content of the web page is analyzed to determine how it should be indexed. So, it will not index everything on its own. It will first read the content of the web page. So, this is the context of the web page. So, it should be indexed in this particular way, or not every web page will be indexed in the same way. So, there is and the main purpose of indexing is to identify a website and assign keywords that best describe the website. So, suppose we have a website on Java programming. So, what are the best keywords to determine the Java programming website? So, Java programming tutorial, Java programming, Java tutorial, J2SE programming, J2SE tutorial, J2ME programming or J2EE programming, and Java web. So, a lot of things like this. So, if somebody searches for RESTful web services, so RESTful web services people are using for Java, people are using with Java. So, maybe that is also relevant, Java web services. So, that is one more keyword, and web services with Java. So, that is another keyword. So, it will have all the keywords assigned. It will assign all the keywords best describe that website. So, the indexer will assign the page with the right keywords. So, it is the job of the indexer to assign, okay, this is related to programming, I should add programming here, then tutorial here, technology here and scripting here. So, these are all the keywords. So whatever the keyword, it will match this web page with all these keywords, and Java, J2SE and J2ME, J2EE. So all these things may be another keywords. So it will attach all these keywords to that particular keyword. So this is the process of indexing. There is much more to discuss about indexing, so that we will do in the next session. But in this session, what we have discussed is about crawling process, and what is crawling process means, and what are all the information that is how a crawling process will do, like what is recursively going through the same function again and again. So this thing we have seen how a crawling process works, and also indexing process. So what is an indexing process? What is the role of indexing process or indexer for in a search engine? So this is what we have seen. In the next session, we will see more about indexing, and then retrieving, how the results will be retrieved, and then ranking. So what is the role of ranking in the website address, in the searching process. So if we search, so what will come first is best ranked, and what will come next is the next ranked. So what is the ranking process, we will be seeing in the next session, and after that we will move to social networking. So this is the end of 24th session. Thank you for watching.